hello, and good time zone, and what is up, gamers? And my immense apologies for the extended introduction sequence today. Unfortunately, I did have a minor household emergency that needed attending to right after I went live. Can you believe, to learn to know what the worst possible timing? Anyway. It's nothing major. It's all sorted, but it was something that needed sorting, like, literally immediately, so I was, plugging away at that while I was supposed to be going live. But hi, I'm here, hooray. Turnip, hello, many distractions, hello, and Turnip, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a lovely lurk time. And hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you're having good Thursdays. I'm so excited to continue painting these birds. For anyone who's actually stuck it out for the length of that that opening sequence. Hi. Hello, hello. And oh my goodness, do I ever just immensely appreciate your patience with me in these matters. Oh my goodness. I'm having an interesting day. I will tell you, I'm having quite the interesting day. And I'll tell you why in just a sec. Oh. I almost forgot one of my paint pans. That's better. Anyways, hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're having lovely Thursdays. Hope you are good. Hope you have been good. Hope your week has been going good. It's lovely to see y'all. And welcome. Hello. We're painting plovers again. I've got this beautiful array of colors, and I'm using effectively none of them today. Because we're doing, like, I guess I'll use some orange and some yellow. But other than that, we're mostly just going to be using black. Because I need to do all the black bits of the plovers, and then probably some, like, feathery textures and lightweight. Anyways, hello. Samantha's here as well. Hello, Samantha. She says, hello, Sammy. I'm totally working really hard at the moment and not watching a stream. Love that for you. I hope you're having a great time working. And definitely not being here. If anyone asks, I will tell them that you are a very good worker. Because I'm sure you are, so there. Oh boy, oh no, okay, so Samantha has come straight in, right at the top of activity on stream here, with a terrible drawing time request, so I'm going to have to set this little canvas to one side, and we will explore the many plovers of the plover world, in just a second, because it's terrible drawing time, so I need to get the canvas. One moment, please. Okay. Here she is. Terrible drawing time. Alright, so we have a Pokemon request, and as always, I don't know jack about most Pokemon designs. Like, there are some that I kind of have vague woolly memories of, and there's my favorite, who is Oshawott. And then... and then, and then there's ones like Zapdos. And I'm like, yup. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be going in the correct direction for Zapdos, but, I have thoughts straight off the bat. So I feel like I should just get into it, and I don't know if y'all are going to enjoy this or hate this, but, I have... My thoughts are so stupid. Okay, first of all, allow me to explain to anyone who doesn't know what the deal is with, terrible drawing time. For 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing on the terrible drawing canvas, from memory or sight unseen. In this case, I think sight unseen. I don't think I've ever seen Zapdos. So, I'll have to try and invent something. Anyways, oh boy. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Many distractions has been feeling weirdly drained today. Oh, Beans! I hope that you are able to avail yourself of an opportunity to rest. That sounds crummy, and I hope you can rest up. Samantha says, well, it looked like you might be getting straight to work on the art, and that just isn't allowed. Damn it, Samantha! I was kind of hoping to finish this piece today, but you know what? I'm happy to take on this challenge as well. Um, welcome to Twitch's most poorly named channel. Point redeemed because Sammy's drawings are delightful, says Samantha. Oh, beans. I mean, listen, I try my best, but I'm very aware of the fact that sometimes my drawings are very janky and, you know, I can make no guarantees that they will turn out good because ultimately I am a sham of an artist. I don't even feel like I can claim to have imposter syndrome because I'm genuinely not convinced I'm that good. That being said, I learned yesterday that apparently they are accepting freelance portfolio submissions for Magic the Gathering. And guess what? I'm going to put together a portfolio page for that and send it to them and hope that maybe I'll get to design a Magic card because I think that would be freaking cool. How freaking cool would that be? I would love to put that on my CV. Designed a Magic the Gathering card. It's the derpiest one there is, but hey. I don't know. You know, if they want a card that just has like some gay hamsters on it or something, I feel like that's oh no. Samantha says, "Oh no. Samantha John Disco 42 just derailed the stream." I mean, I have no complaints about this development, Samantha. Very much I don't. She also says, Sammy, you're a professional artist. Literally, people pay you for your art. I love when people do that. That is true. I really love when people do that. I mean, technically, even if people didn't pay me directly for my art, I do get like 10 cents of ad revenue every time I stream. So that counts. Technically, I'm also a professional gamer by that metric. I do also have video game related artworks in my shop, which is something that I have. You can find it here, and you can buy things if you want to. Why did that post twice? Is my chatbot... Oh, geez, my chatbot has run itself twice. No, we just need one of you, you ding-dong. Go away. Okay, I think I fixed it. Anyways, hello, Aoife, welcome in. How are you doing? We're about to do a terrible drawing time. I don't know how to do this. I have the kernel of like a concept for this in my head, and I don't know how to actually turn it into something that looks like a Pokemon. I just don't know. Because it's really stupid. Anyways. Right, Samantha says, so therefore the syndrome is that of imposter because your art is good and cool no matter what the brainworms say. Oh god, the brainworms have been working overtime this week. Shout out to my neurodiverse audience base. For anyone who has ever experienced what I guess I would best describe as like a boomerang hyperfixation. It's like, it's not something that you're super into all the time, but it recurs every few years out of nowhere, and you're like, oh damn, this is gonna consume me for the next month or two, and then I'm kind of gonna put it to one side, and then it's gonna come back again. Anyways, prepare yourself for some probably thematic related art to this, because I am back on my Woodhouse bullshit. Good lord, I just love those books so much, and I might end up having to do some sincere fan art of it, because they're so funny and so well written and so gay. Anyways, I haven't read them in like 25 years, but you know, some things just stick with you and all that jazz. Anyways, you may have seen me allude to this if you're following me on Blue Sky. But yeah, that's back. Anyways, Samantha says, so, therefore, the syndrome is that of imposter because your art is good and cool no matter what the brainworms say. Oh, I've read that already. Anyways, brainworms. Yes, I have brainworms for sure. Aoife says, I'm doing great. Had a really good day today after my first good night's sleep in a while. I am so happy for your sleep. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. I slept pretty okay last night, I think, if memory serves. I don't really remember a lot of it because I did actually mercifully spend the full night being asleep, which I cannot claim for every night this week because, you know, my tummy hurts, but I'm being very brave about it. I'm having a lot of tummy aches these days. A real bane of one's existence, shall we say. Anywho, I have been tasked with drawing Zapdos. Now, I don't know for sure what Zapdos's Pokemon types are, but I feel like I can make something of an educated guess. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna talk you through my thought process because it is very, very stupid. But I'm happy with it, and I hope you're happy too. I'm sure you will not be because it is incredibly stupid. It's so stupid. Oh my god, this is gonna be so dumb. But I love it. I love it so much already. Okay, let's go. That's my wake up in the morning alarms, which, by the way, in case you're wondering, my first alarm of the morning is indeed named, piss off, I'm sleepy, followed by, ugh. Followed by a couple I've just generically named alarm, and then another one at 9:15 called also, if I somehow haven't managed to drag the old corpus out of bed by that point, which is variable depending on the day. Anyways. Aoife says I've been quite sick last week. I'm so sorry to hear that. With bad sleeps due to coughing, I'm very sorry to hear that. And right after I got over that, one of my teeth decided it was time to die. No, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. It is now cold and I'm over the flu too. I slept like a baby. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I hope you are able to avail yourself of much more quality rest going forward and no more teethy troubles. You poor dear. Oh, that is the pits. Teeth things are the worst, genuinely. Anyways, 5 minutes on the clock. Zapdos. Okay, starting now. Okay, we're going. Zapdos. Now, okay, so here's my first of all thinking about Zapdos, and that is Zap. Electric type, obviously. It's got Zap in the name, right? DOS. Computer system, right? So it needs to be a little computer guy, obviously, that is in some way electric. This is probably a bad idea, but you know, like, Pokemon is magic, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try and draw out, like, one of these kind of monitor with, like, built-in keyboard situations, like so. Kind of keep it nice and rounded if I can. And then give it a little bit of depth. Oh god, this is gonna look so dumb. Oh no, but just you know what? Just go with me. Just go with me on this. It's gonna work. We're gonna make this work for us, okay? So we're gonna have some little. Are these actual keys? Or are these like false keys? They're probably like. I don't know. Maybe you can type things, but they'd rather you didn't. Anyways, there is a monitor here, of course. And I'm just gonna put C. Which one's backslash? Which one's what? There. Okay, so we've got some possible DOS going on in there. And you're like, wait a second, this just looks like a crappy old computer, right? Haha, haha. Well, that's what you think so far, but I have not added the pièce de résistance on here, which is effectively a set of googly eyes up top. Let's just make those as cute as we ding-dong can. There we go. Let's go. Googly eyes. This is so stinking stupid. And I think a la that, that, like, typewriter guy from Sesame Street, this guy could conceivably, like, type on their own keyboard if needs be. I think that needs to be a feature of this Pokemon. Is that, oh, maybe they, like, type up, like, command prompts and stuff, and that's what does their attacks. Like, they execute such and such prompt, and then it does, like, a Pokemon attack in battle. Oh my god, no, that's so cute. Oh no, it's cute. Oh no, it's too cute. Oh, I'm cursing myself with the cuteness. Oh, I like this. But what's Zap about it, you may well ask? Execute is a different Pokemon. Is there already a little computer guy? Okay, the thing is, it's also an electric type because it's Zapdos. It's not just DOS, so I'm giving it some electric, super badass looking lightning bolt wings. So it's an electric flying type. And it's an electric flying type because it has lightning bolt wings. And it is the metalist computer you ever did see. Is this anything? Is this I mean, it's ugly, but you know, I kind of love them. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh no! What have I done? Is this anything? Is this... Okay, if this is too close to a Pokemon that actually exists, I'm really sorry. But also, Pokemon Company, what are you doing? I feel like this is a far cry from the last thing that we did, which was like basically just a Willow Ptarmigan with a large tail. I'm just like, what if a 1980s computer? Oh, hang on. You know, I need to... Sorry. There needs to be a disk drive. It's got a disk drive in front now. So if you need to insert a floppy disk, you may do so. Oh, geez, I'm out of time. This is it. This is it. This is Zapdos. And I feel like I maybe took the name a little too literally, but this is what came to mind when I read the word Zapdos. And I realized that DOS is probably like the Spanish dos, as in two, because it comes after Artic Uno, but, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants, and I hear DOS, I think having to take computer classes in high school and learning how to use a spreadsheet by entering hockey statistics, because Mr. Suzuki was a hockey person. Anyways, fun fact, Mr. Suzuki was in fact the brother of famed Canadian, like, nature TV presenter and like, science-y, nature-y things researcher, David Suzuki, who is a Canadian national treasure, so that's a thing. That's a claim to fame. My god, did he ever hate people bringing up, wait a second, are you related to David Suzuki? Because most of the time, under most circumstances, you could be like, no, Suzuki is just a very common surname. It's fully a coincidence. But in this case, no, it was genuinely that was his bro. Can you believe to learn? That anyways. Okay, let me see what the heck the actual Zapdos looks like, because I'm gonna guess if it looks like this, I will I will lose my flipping my... It does not look anything like this, but oh my god, actually, I nailed kind of a key detail entirely by mistake. By which I mean I did not know this, it was not intentional. But okay. Samantha says, I am impressed with how off the rails you went with Zapdos, but still somehow brought it back around to the correct electric/flying combination. Did he also invent motorbikes? Sadly, no. That I'm guessing was a different Suzuki. Also did not drive a Suzuki Jimny, which is a shame because those are cute little vehicles. Anyways. Alright. So, first of all, most importantly, this is a recent art I posted to my Instagram. Because you have to see Instagram first. Because that's how the stream is set up. Anyways. This is the actual Zapdos. It's just a pointy bird. It's just a pointy bird. It's like if the linguistic concept of a Kiki and Big Bird from Sesame Street had a baby. That's what Zapdos looks like. I hate that that's the analogy that I drew, but I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong here? Anyway, so side-by-side comparison, I suppose. Here is my version of Zapdos. Hanging out next to Charmy Bee with pointy lightning bolt wings and is otherwise just a computer that someone has slapped googly eyes on top of with arms that he can use to type out, like, DOS commands on his little keyboard. And this is a bird. This is Zapdos. This is Zapdos. How did I do? Did I nail it? Do we think that I did a good job there? Did I get the vibe right? I don't know. You tell me. Who wore it better? The Pokemon Company, let's be real. But I had fun doing that. Samantha, I hope you're happy. I very much hope you're happy. Anyways. That was really fun, thank you. Anyways, the fine points are great for directing electricity. Yes, indeed. Very, very pointy. Very pointy indeed. Perfectly, says Samantha. That was quite the journey. Thank you, thank you. I had a fun time doing it. So thank you very much indeed. We have 6 birds. These are actual birds that exist in the world in real life that I have sketched here, and I've begun painting. So I'm going to continue painting them, and then potentially, if we have enough time, conclude painting them. If we do not have enough time to conclude painting them, that might roll over into just me painting off stream, like tomorrow afternoon or something. Potentially next week, I would like to build some Lego on stream, because I have a Lego set that my husband bought me on our anniversary. And it's cute. It's also bird related, actually, because it's Animal Crossing. Celeste, her little stargazing station. I actually bought some Lego Animal Crossing for my husband for Christmas. So with Maple's pumpkin patch here and Celeste's stargazing outpost and the little house and thing that I got for my moderator / spouse, we could build a little, like, Animal Crossing landscape. Not that we have the shelf space for it, but I think if we were to, like, single out a shelf and just put all of our Animal Crossing builds there, we could make a little diorama, maybe. I'm wondering, if I could get one of those big boards. One of those big, just flat, like, Lego boards in maybe, like, blue or something, and then build some landscape on top of it and have it as, like, a backdrop at the back of the shelf. Oh my god, that would be so cute, y'all. Oh no. I'm giving myself notions. This is dangerous. Anyways, shocking, says Medita. It's shocking. Thank you, many distractions. Much appreciated. Anyways, I'm giving myself notions, y'all. Uh-oh. It's never a good thing when I start giving myself notions. I've got too many other things to work on. Buy all the Legos, says Samantha. Oh, Samantha, there are several unbuilt boxes of Lego in this house, because there is no space to display them. I'm thinking specifically of, there's a set here we have the diner set that my husband treated himself to a while back, and it's his, like, Christmas, I guess, gift to himself. He got one of the newer, like, modular buildings. It's in its box, and when I'm not streaming or when we're not working in the studio, the box sits on the studio chair. And when I am streaming or when the studio is otherwise in use, the box sits on the edge of the bed. We need a larger house with more space to work on things and build things and then display the things that we've built. I do not understand minimalism, as you can probably tell. I do want to downsize some stuff. I've got a lot of wardrobe that is the wrong size or I'm just never going to wear again, that I feel like I could super get rid of at this point, but getting rid of things is scary. Second house just for Legos, built out of Legos. I would love to live in a house made out of Lego. It would probably be, like, mega impractical in many ways. I don't know how easy it would be to plumb in. Probably wouldn't be very insulated, that kind of thing. But oh my god, wouldn't that just be whimsical and fun? Would that not just be like the most whimsical and fun thing? I would love that. Okay. I'm looking at pictures of a piping plover so that I can start to do some... Oh, jeez, they're just... Y'all, they're so cute. Look at them. They're so stinking cute. So I can start to do some little, like, detail on the, plumage and stuff. Oh, they're so round. I love it. Just reinforce it with more Legos. Says many distractions. Yes, 100%. I think heating is more of a concern than plumbing, says Samantha. I mean both. Because I would like to have a warm house, but I would also like to be able to, like, shower and like, go to the bathroom and wash stuff. Or do you mean heating it would be harder to do than plumbing it in? Because you might be right. I mean, Lego bricks, I think, can withstand a reasonable amount of, like, warmth temperature. So I'm not super concerned about them, like, melting. I don't know. There may need to be certain fixtures that are not made out of Lego. I'm just gonna put that out there. Anyways. Oh, beans. Oh, beans. Where am I? There I am. Okay. That's not the thing that I meant to click. La la la. Okay. I'm just going to pull up a reference. Search engine images page of a bunch of pictures of piping plovers so that I can get a nice sort of reasonably high resolution representative feel for what colors I should be using here and what the pattern of their plumage looks like. Because I have not quite the opposite of a photographic memory, but my memory is very much not photographic. So I just to get an idea of, because obviously I've kind of roughed in where sort of the brownish gray, the grayish brown or the brownish gray colors are here, but I also need to be able to get a feel for what the like size of the feathers are in the different areas and what the direction of the feathers are in different areas, and kind of try to be able to approximate and recreate that. So we'll see how I get on with that, I suppose. I'm starting with a little bit of brown. This is all probably going to be fairly light because this is a fairly light colored bird apart from the like accents that are just black. A nice contrasty bird. Nice contrasting gubbins. Okay, hopefully that's enough on the gray. I might actually add a little bit more of this. This isn't the strongest black paint, so I worry that I'm going to get through it before I get through the other colors in this palette. Because it is going to take quite a thick amount to, I think, fully do what we need it to do. Because it does need to be quite dark in some areas of these beads. I am also wondering whether or not I want to try and paint what I want to do with the little bits of the, because, you know, obviously the surface of a bird's eye is shiny, so you want to have a little bit of a reflective spot, and I was wondering if I should just paint that in afterwards with a little bit of white ink. That might be easier than trying to, like, paint around a white spot in black paint. But is that cheating? I don't think that's cheating. That's just mixed media. Who cares? Anyways, so this is, sure, Lego can withstand some amount of heat, but also just don't transfer that heat well, which means it just wouldn't radiate the heat out very well. I mean, yes, unless you got the medium very hot, at which point you are running into the heat tolerance issue. You know, maybe only parts of the house need to be made out of Lego. Maybe only parts of the house need to be made out of Lego. I am mildly concerned about, like, furniture that's made out of Lego, because if something gets bumped or knocked over and just breaks apart, that might not be great. If you've got an entire, like, I'm looking at, like, a set of shelves here. If this entire set of shelves was built out of Lego bricks, and it just fell over and fully shattered, that would take a lot longer to try and rebuild than the way it's currently made out of, like, maybe 24 planks of wood. You know what I mean? Anyways. Happy days, thinky thoughts. Whomst knows. Okay. Gonna get in here and do some little doots of texture. Now I notice the texture along sort of the top of the bird's head is a lot of very short, soft, downy looking little feathers. So I'm gonna try and get that across with the way that I'm texturing it here. And I hope that it's doing it. Is it doing it? I don't know, but I really hope that it is. And then it looks like there's a little bit of a difference in sort of the cheeks here are maybe a little bit more sort of also very soft and downy, but maybe a little bit longer. And they can kind of blend out. It's not like necessarily a super hard line everywhere where the feather colors intersect. So I'm trying to kind of create little moments of texture that kind of blend the two colors together a little bit for softness and cuteness. Samantha says, I mean, when in many ways rebuilding a shattered set of Lego shelves is much easier than rebuilding a shattered set of wooden shelves, and you can just put the Lego pieces back. I mean, this is true. I would rather not shatter either, if I'm being honest. If you need to extend the shelves or reorient the dimensions, you don't need to buy a whole new shelving unit. This is also true. This is very true. I mean, I do have a set of Kallax shelves that I haven't put together from IKEA. But they're kind of like big bricks that you can kind of configure and reconfigure. They've been sitting in the front hallway for like 3 years in their boxes because there is a space earmarked for them that is currently... Okay, so basically we bought them, or my husband bought them for us to organize the sort of my studio stock, which lives in our living room. But unfortunately, in order to build this in the living room, we need the space that's currently being occupied by the stuff that's going to be going into it, and nowhere to move that stuff temporarily so we can build the thing and put the stuff into it. Partially because I know I will not have the mental and physical cutlery to both build the IKEA furniture and organize my stuff into the IKEA furniture within the space of the same day. Therefore, we'll end up in a situation where effectively our living room is impassable for potentially multiple days while I try and regain them spoons. So... kind of at an impasse here. It sucks. Oh my god, it sucks super bad. I feel like if I had bags of money, this would not be a problem for me. Or at least less of a problem for me. It's so annoying how... You know the, like, money can't buy happiness phrase that is a load of bollocks? Can money cure all of your mental illnesses, stresses, anxieties, and all that? No. But what it can do is just buy you the, like, space to be able to build organizational furniture to organize your stuff into. That's something it can do, which I currently can't. I often think to myself, you know what? When we move out of this house and into a new house, that new house is going to be so organized because... I do not see a way to being able to better organize our house because there are enough things in our house that there is no realistic room to, like, shuffle things about enough and able to in order to, like, meaningfully reorganize them. Also, there are people whose job it is literally to professionally organize other people's homes. I'm sure there are ones who specialize in, like, hey, you've got ADHD, you probably have special needs around, like, organization skills and also how you need things to be organized in order to use that organization effectively. And I tell you what, if I could afford to have someone come in and professionally organize my house for me in a way that would actually be effective and stay that way, wow, I'd be so organized. Anyway, Samantha says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy enough comfort to actually deal with life. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff that's just kind of on the back burner because I just, you know, there are too many other things for like a single human brain to focus on in the space of an adult life. That some things just can't always get done if I want to have time and energy to, you know, go to sleep. And also experience joy. So that's the thing. Money doesn't buy happiness, but I think one of the things that it buys is time. It buys time. In as much as how much of your life do you spend, say, cleaning your house? Well, if you were able to have someone come in every couple of weeks and like just do some of those tasks for you, that would free up some of your mental energy to like have big ideas and, you know, finish that novel or what have you. There's one. Like, anyways. There's absolutely a threshold where all of your needs are fulfilled, where more money has diminishing returns on making your life better. Oh, 100%. But being below that threshold, more money does a lot to improve life. Yes, exactly. I feel like people who honestly, like, in earnest make those kinds of statements are people who've never really had to worry about finances. And I do grant that, like, you know, having a comfortable amount of wealth isn't going to cure things like if you, you know, if you have a tendency towards, say, clinical depression or BPD or other mental illnesses that make life a lot less fun. That's not necessarily something that, you know, just having wealth is going to just fix like a magic smoothie or something. But it is going to allow you potentially more opportunities to step away from stuff and take time out to like look after your mental health. To, say, avail yourself of a therapist without having to go on a 3-year waiting list and have it turn out that they just want you to do a course of CBD that doesn't work. Not CBD, sorry, CBT. I get them confused because they're very similar acronyms. Also, CBD is very expensive. Also, I do not recommend CBD without, I don't know, speaking to someone about it, because I tried it once on the recommendation of an influencer that I follow on Instagram, and it made me depressed. Anyways, Sammy Ann, hi, it's bird time! I don't know how we got onto this chat. I apologize. Anyways, one thing we can definitely say money cannot buy: being cool, no matter how desperate I would say certain billionaires, plural, are to be thought of as cool. It is hilarious. Genuinely, it is amazing how much, like, wow, the richest people in the world, and they still kind of just seem like losers. I'm sorry. Anyways, my partner wants to know if we need out from shops. I'm going to say a hug and a kiss, please, because I am a sap. A hug and a kiss, please. We're having stir fry for dinner tonight. Anyways, Sammy asks, what did I walk in on? Birds! These are plovers. These are some lovely shorebirds from all around the world. Anyways, Samantha says I do not trust CBT. I wouldn't, unless, I don't know, maybe if you've talked to a doctor. But personally, I have not good experience with it. Anyways, hi Sammy, and how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. If Sledge does not deliver, we'll have to have a chat. Oh, don't worry, he will. One of the standing items on our mutual grocery shopping list is kiss. So, yes, we're gross. Anyways, cozy art time. I should probably actually go through the list of birds that we have here. We have, number 1, the piping plover from my old patch in, you know, sort of around like the Lake Ontario area. That's where I used to see piping plovers. The Caspian plover from like Central Asia and stuff, with a very beautiful little sort of like bright red-orange cravat. Very handsome. We have the common ringed plover, which I think you can see on sort of coastal areas where I live now sometimes. The crab plover from like the Pacific coasts and islands and stuff. Very cute. Technically not quite as related to the other members of the plover family. It is in a different scientific category. It literally is the sole member of its own family and is more closely related to gulls, but I don't care. I love the crab plover. I think it's heckin' cute. It has an amazing shape and super long legs, and it's very fun. How could I not? We have the shore plover from New Zealand, one of the rarest plovers, and one that I am wholeheartedly invested in its population being stable and good and stuff, because it's so cute. It's so cute, and also I'm very, I care about things like biodiversity and birds not going extinct. These things are important to me. And the pied plover from South America, who is so stinking cute. I tried to get some different shapes of bird in here, some different represented plumage types, all that jazz. I tried not to pick plovers that looked too similarly to each other, so we have a lot of, variety and diversity in these pieces. And I'm thinking if they turn out really cute, that I might end up turning it into some kind of sticker sheet or something, because god damn it, I just love plovers, and maybe other people do too. I don't know. I just think they're all the cutest birds. They're just so cute. And yeah, I have feelings about it, okay? Anyways. That is not showing up at all. Come on, little line. I just need one little... There we go. Okay, just a little line there. Just a little line. Anyways, Sammy Ann says, has it in its name, plover is a plover. I completely and wholeheartedly agree. Heck, yes. Okay. So, looking again... at the patterning and shape and all that of the plumage. Going to try and do it some justice here if I can. These are not scientific illustrations. I'm not super concerned about them being 100% accurate, but I still want them to look nice. I am not... I know it's hard to tell, y'all, but allow me to assure you that I am by no means a scientific illustrator of birds. As much as I think that would be a heckin' cool job, I just don't... I don't have quite the right skill set, I don't think, to do that. I'm much happier to just kind of run on vibes and make things a little bit stylized, I enjoy making things a little stylized as well. Sometimes giving birds a little, just a whisper of perhaps a slightly anthropomorphic, but not really, character to them, I think can be fun. Just infuse as much personality as I can into them. I think can be fun. Anyways, is stream okay? It says it's connecting to chat. Am I still online? Oh, stream, what are you doing? Okay, we're good. Apparently we're good. Oh, my camera says its battery is low, which is concerning. It's plugged into the computer, so it ought to be charging, but who's knows? I will wait. What? No. Okay, we may have a slight hiccup in the stream during the ad break. Because I've just seen what internet I'm connected to, and that's not the internet that the stream should be connected to. So we may have a bit of an extended BRB. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna BRB, y'all. And hopefully the stream will not break. Please stick around. I will be back in a minute. Please enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime, and possibly an ad break. I don't know anymore. A BRB, everybody. Enjoy the BRB song, hopefully. I really hope that the stream doesn't break, but at this point, I don't know. BRB. Hello, friends. I'm back. Say goodbye to the BRB song. And no, 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 don't leave. We're not done yet. What? Oh no! Hold up. Hold. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry, everyone. So yeah, some behind the scenes shenanigans had to happen because it was connected to the wrong internet and potentially cost me quite a lot of money. Because the stream was running via like my phone's data, which I don't have a ton of, and I don't know how much an hour of stream will use up in terms of that. So that's gonna be interesting to check on after stream. Oh no! Every once in a while, for unknown reasons, when I connect my phone to my laptop by USB, it'll be like, "Hey, I'm just unprompted going to stop using your home Wi-Fi and just connect to your phone's data," which is less good probably. So if the like frame rate and stuff has been janky, yeah, that'll be why. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder how many people popped in and were like, "Wow, the stream quality is really bad." And this person is weird and then left. Oh no. Anyways, we're back now. And I'm going to continue painting birds because we are in fact in the actively painting stuff stage of the stream, which I am personally very excited about. I'm actually going to update social media, or one of my social media, and say we have reached the point in the stream where I actually begin to paint. Come hang out. Flap. Cause I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people actually see my "Hey, I'm going live" posts, and I don't really know how to correct that. Apart from having more followers on social media. Which, I don't know, I have enough. I mean, if you do want to follow me on Blue Sky, like, by all means you can. It is this. It's that. And I should really add that to my "here are my socials" command here on Twitch. Because to be honest, really the only time I use my Twitter these days is to make an announcement that I'm going live on Twitch, and then I leave again. I don't check Twitter at all anymore. So yeah, if you want to hang out with me on socials, Blue Sky I do use quite a bit. Mastodon I use from time to time. Kara I try and remember to post my art on. Instagram I try and remember to like look at other people's posts because I like being inspired by other people's artwork and seeing the things that they're doing and feeling just a lot of love for like my friends who are really good at art. So you know, all that good stuff. But in terms of where I'm most active, probably Blue Sky these days. Discord depends on the Discord server. I'm pretty active in my own one, though it is a quiet place. We do have fun there. And I do try and check and post in a couple of others. Here is a link to my Discord. If you are not a member and you would like to be, you can do that right there. It is a gentle, fun, silly place for grown-ups, as is the stream, to hang out and share the stuff that you're working on if you want to. If you've, like, baked something and you want us to see what you've baked, I always want to see what people have baked. That's, like, my favorite thing. Okay. Anyways, I'm just plopping a little shadow in places here, because I notice this bird has a little bit of a chin. So I just want to get a little shadow under there, but nothing too intense. And then a little shadow down on the tum-tum as well. Just down on this underside, because it's not getting a lot of light. So just like so. Cool. Okay, nice and easy. Maybe Maybe sort of under the butt too, actually. But again, just not quite so that it looks like the feathers are gray, but just enough such that it looks like it's in shadow, that's all. SB, hello! I just ordered lunch, but hello, Sammy! Congratulations on lunch, SB! That's very exciting. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome in. I'm going to take a sip of one of my teas. I've got a tummy ache today. That's what I've got. Maybe it's because I ate an entire thing of low-fat mozzarella cheese for my lunch. Who knows? But sometimes you just have a hankering, and can I just say, it was delicious. It was so good. It was 100% worth it. It was worth the tummy trouble, I would say. Yes, most definitely. An unconventional lunch, but you can just do that when you're 40. If you just want to eat like a ball of mozzarella cheese for your lunch, you can. And you can feel okay about that fact, knowing that, like, you're going to have a pear for your afternoon snack and a vegetable stir fry for dinner. So you are eating a balanced meal, just a balanced meal staggered out over several portions of the day, that's all. And you know what? I think that counts. So tough biscuits. Anyways. Anyways. SB says, we got up early this morning and we're helping move a family friend into a nursing home. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that the move has gone well if it is done. I hope it is going well if it's ongoing. And yeah. Moving's an adventure, but I hope that it has gone well, and I hope that your family friend will be comfortable in their new environment. Anywho. Shall we move on to the Caspian plover? I shall find a nice representative image of the Caspian plover, I think. If I can, that would be great. Aw, geez. Aw, geez. Oh, no, they're so cute. Oh, no, they're so stinking cute. I love them. I love them very much. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, I'm just giggling to myself at how stinking cute these birds are. But they go through different sort of phases of plumage. So they don't all look exactly the same, but there is... You often see a Caspian plover with this just delightful like cravat of plumage here that I just think is so cute. I just think it's lovely. And so of course I want to give it a little cravat. Are you kidding me? Just adorable. Anyways. So once again, I need to have a little look-see at, I think, the relative layout of the plumage in terms of its sort of size, softness, direction, the size of the feathery doots I need to be doing is really not that far off from the piping plover, actually. So that makes my job fairly easy. It is quite a brown. It is a browner brown, like a warmer brown than the piping plover. So I'm adding some of this mahogany brown color into my little shading patch here, because we want a little more of that for this bird, because it does have somewhat deeper and somewhat warmer plumage. So I can do some of that. Anyways. The other thing that I was thinking about today is that I have these two garments that I need to try to adjust. Both of them were kind of investments for me because they weren't the cheapest, but I got them to like gift myself around Christmas if memory serves. One of them is a little like sort of bodish. It's somewhere between like a waistcoat and like a little sort of like corsety bodicey type garment. It's not boned or anything like that, so it's not like proper like corsety in that way, but it's that kind of shape, right? But I had to compromise a bit on size because, I am very short and I'm very fat. So I tend not to buy fitted garments like this very often because they just never fit me properly. And wouldn't you know it, this one doesn't fit me properly. There is, because I think it's intended for someone who has, probably just not as much of a tubby tum-tum and isn't quite as much of a short ass as I am. So, like, I got it such that it fits my tubby tum-tum, but as a result, it's too big in the, like, chest area. So I'm needing to figure out, because of the way the garment is constructed, how I can kind of get some, like, tucks and darts and things into it, that it's still going to sit and look like a garment that I didn't ham-fistedly, like, attempt to reconstruct in order to get it to fit around my apparently weirdly shaped body. The designers of this garment and the makers of it, very, very good. It's very well constructed, beautiful craftsmanship. They, they don't cut corners with everything. It is a very, very well made garment, which is part of the reasons I decided to splurge on it. But oh boy, does it present a bit of a challenge trying to figure out how to adjust it so that it actually fits me properly. It's interesting because it has, like, lacing in the back, but there isn't, the lacing doesn't do enough to, like, adjust for that. Like, even if I, like, sort of tighter lace it in the back, then it's going to be too tight in, like, the waist area and still probably not tight enough in the chest. So I'm having to actually take it in a bit. But I'm hoping to maybe do some embroidery onto this garment as well, because it's just like a solid color, and I think that would be really, really pretty. But that remains to be seen. But yeah, so that's challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, I also have this adorable little linen dress that I bought on clearance from Toast for significantly less money than its regular price was. And that being said, I don't think it's as well constructed as the other garment that I have, number 1. Number 2, Toast's sizing is a freaking nightmare, because I've always known them to be, like, quite generously oversized in everything that they make, but they also presuppose, I feel like, that every garment that they sell is intended for someone who is tall and has no shape to their body. Someone who is just sort of a straight up and down column with 0% body fat. Because this dress is not accommodating of my chest at all. And I don't have a particularly large bust per se. It's pretty medium sized, but, like, I bought this thing with the intention of it being, sort of a fairly loose garment that I would be able to wear on top of, like, other shirts kind of thing, as, like, an overdress. I thought that would be really cute. But it's way too tight, and because of the way it's shaped, there's no, oh, not again. Because of the way it's shaped, there's not really anywhere for, like, the bust to go in the garment. If it's too, no, that's the wrong one. Where's technical difficulties? I'm all flustered now. Hold up, everybody. Hold on. Bear with. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what the best way to, like, alter the garment so that it is there's a little bit more, like, space up top, without it looking weird. And because of the way that the side seams are constructed, I can't just let out the side seams, because they're French seams. So if I just, like, undid one row of seams, there'd just be a raw edge on the outside of the dress, which is stupid. So yeah, having a fun time with that. Elgato camera hub, relaunch please, close my camera program, reopen my camera program, connect my camera program. It looks like it's working. Here's hoping it is. Fingers crossed. Can we see? No! Flip's sake. Okay, hold up. Why is it still not working? Oh no. Okay, just a moment, everybody. Let me restart it one more time. At which point I might just give up and go have a nap. No, I shan't. If genuinely, like, it fully stopped working, I'd be like, hey, do you want to play Stardew Valley? There's always that as a possibility on stream. Though it is harder for me to play Stardew Valley while also monitoring chat, because I've only got one monitor. So that makes things extra spicy. But never mind. We will get it back up and running in just a sec. Thank you for your patience, everybody who was here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm feeling like I don't. These are things that I don't know if you're allowed to say in public as an artist, but I feel like I'm having a really hard time like finding new audiences and reaching people with my work, my streams, my videos, all that jazz. I did get 500 views on a YouTube short that I posted of some painting, and I got one comment, and it was someone to say that they weren't impressed. In my defense, I wasn't aiming to impress. I was just aiming to be cozy, but, you know, go off, I guess. If I'm not what you're looking for, then yeah. You were probably searching for Minecraft, but if you were here in the last stream, you heard my rant about how YouTube is borked. But yeah, finding it a little bit of a hard time. I don't know, what should I be doing differently? What should I be doing better? I don't know. I really don't know. And no one else seems to know either, because in general, most of the nice people who already like my work are like, we already like your work. I'm like, that's great. And I really, really appreciate it. I don't know how to extend that. I don't know how to find other people who might like it. It's a really hard time. I don't know how anyone does it, really. I don't know. It's just a part of it luck. It's just a part of it having the kind of engaging personality or desire to create stuff that just happens to like hit the right zeitgeist at the right time. I don't know. Is zeitgeist the word I'm looking for? It probably isn't. But you know what I mean. And I've never been particularly good at that. I mean, what am I currently hyperfixating on? A series of books written between, like, the late 19-teens and, I think, like, maybe, like, the 60s that I read 25 years ago. So, you know, I'm definitely feeling a desire to produce extremely relevant work at the moment. Anyways, hi Sen, welcome in. The owl arrived precisely when she meant to, and she is indeed 100% on time in doing so. How are you, Sen? It is lovely to see you, my friend. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. I am, as you can see, obviously, painting in the plumage of a Caspian plover. Do you love them? Are you a plover lover? I am. I think they're neat. I know someone's favorite bird is owl. I should design a button/pin/sticker that says, ask me about my hyperfixations. Oh god, I don't know if I want to trouble anyone by inviting them to ask me about my hyperfixations. Like, I'm sorry, we'd be here all day. Anyways, I do like that though. That's delightful. I would love to see it. If you do that, please share. Please drop it in the Discord if you do. We would love to see it. And if you do make them, feel free to drop in the self-promo channel as well, because we would love to support you. That is so stinking cute. I will have an asterisk. Asterisk. Ask at your own risk. 100%. That's perfect. I love it. I love it. That's really sweet. This tea is mint, by the way. Nice and boring. Mmm. I finished my coffee during the break and mild breakdown of stream. So now I'm drinking two kinds of tea. I am really stuck on this turmeric and pineapple tea at the moment. It's so good. It's fruity and earthy. And it's bright enough yellow that I'm convinced that it's probably good for me. Ooh, speaking of things that are good for me, I treated myself a little bit. There's a website that sells just sort of fairly random, like, food ingredients. I say random. They sell a lot of things that are a little bit more obscure here in the UK because they're not necessarily things that are natively British ingredients. So they're the only place that I've found in this country where you can buy, like, masa harina if you want to make, you know, like, corn tortillas. So I'm thinking of getting some so that I can make myself, like, tortillas. Because all of the soft tortillas in this country, by and large, are made out of wheat. I don't have like a tortilla press or a comal to cook them on, but I do have a nonstick. I do have a nonstick skillet, and the ability to press things. So anyways, my point being, I placed an order from this website because I was craving back many years ago. I discovered at the suggestion of a barista at a chain coffee shop that I no longer frequent or ever visit if I can avoid it. Having a matcha latte with almond syrup in plant-based milk of your choice, so good. And subsequently, I've not found another coffee shop that actually does almond syrup. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy almond syrup, which they don't actually call almond syrup; they call orgeat syrup. It is technically almond with orange blossom. It is delicious, though. It's so good. I absolutely love it. And most importantly, though, I bought what it turns out is a very large, but I did not realize the bottle that I was buying was going to be quite so large. So, you know, whoops. But I bought myself what turns out is a very, very large bottle of orgeat syrup to make my matcha lattes at home. So I'm excited for that. And at the same time, they had, gluten-free pasta. I did not realize how good gluten-free pasta was. It is, I will say, in the applications that I've had it thus far, pretty much indistinguishable to me from, like, the regular pasta that I would buy. But it's fairly limited in supermarkets in terms of what shapes you can get. They usually have, like the basic ones that British people like. So you get, like, fusilli, you get penne, and you get spaghetti, right? So if I want to have spaghetti, great. But if I want to have, like, soup, where I put the tiny little star-shaped soup pasta in it, I can't do that super easy, except there is, on this, like, random foods website, which I adore, they have gluten-free stelline, the teeny tiny little star-shaped pasta that goes into soups. I'm over the moon, y'all, so I bought myself a 500-gram bag of little gluten-free soup pasta. I'm so happy. And then I also got myself some fancy chocolate because they had interesting minimalist packaging, and I am not immune to good packaging design, y'all. Like, sometimes when that packaging hits real good, I'm just like, yes. I do need to own this, actually. Thank you. Truly, I do. Thank you for helping me figure that out. Interesting packaging. Anyways. Oh no, Sen doesn't like almond syrup. Love almonds and marzipan, but the syrup, nope. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I've liked almond syrup in things that I've had out in the world, so I'm really hoping that this orgeat hits the same for me. Otherwise, oops, I have spent £7 I shouldn't have done. Oh no. I guess we'll soon find out. Yay!
Attention.
Okay,
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Shoppers.
Hello, friends. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? It's lovely to see you. Struble, how was your stream? Welcome, everybody. Hello. Hello, Durandria. How's it going? Hello, Mare Doodle. How are you doing? Hello, Pale Peach Iced Tea. And Struble, of course. How are y'all doing? Welcome on in. Hello. Let me get a shout out for Struble in the chat. If you're not following Struble, you should really do that because they are delightful. And I'm going to get the number of letter O's in your username correct. But it's really hard for me to do while also talking. Anyways, there's a shout out for Struble in the chat. If you're not following Struble, go do that right there. Because you can. I finished off with a giraffe and a tutu blowing bubbles. Oh my goodness. As always, Struble, my dear friend, if there is anything that you would like to share, we are an art tax optional stream. You can feel free to whisper a link in my direction, or we can go have a little look-see at your socials if you would like. Do let me know. I would love to share with the class. If you just want to chill or raid and run or whatever, that is also fine. It's entirely up to you. But in the meantime, allow me to introduce myself. Hello! My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and most Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and the odd Thursday as well when I'm feeling spicy. Today we are working on A collection of plovers. We have the piping plover, the Caspian plover, the common ringed plover, the pied plover, the shore plover, and of course the crab plover, because I'm a plover lover, and I hope you are too. They're good little shorebirds. Anyways, maybe just the Insta or blue sky. Okay, awesome. Let me cue that up. In the meantime, a giraffe in a tutu blowing bubbles that conceptually I can adore already. That's delightful. Pale Pete, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. And I'm it's lovely to see y'all. We've had an interesting time on stream so far. I did a terrible drawing time redeem earlier for the Pokemon Zapdos, having absolutely no idea what Zapdos looks like. I had to make an educated guess, and I heard Zap, I thought electric type, and DOS, I thought the, like, computer program DOS. Which was probably not what was intended, but never mind. Anyways, I am... Okay, what is this? I can post links, says Struble. You could whisper if you would like to. Links don't work on stream, but I'm happy to share link on your behalf, of course. Anywho, I am attempting to type while talking, which is always a mistake, but I'm getting there. Anyways, for anyone who isn't familiar with my work, and you may or may not be, I don't know. Oh, I've got linkage from Stroops. That's fantastic. Thank you, Struble. Yay. Plap. Let me copy that. And I'll pop that into the chat as well. There's Struble's blue sky. We're gonna go take a look in just a second. For anyone who isn't familiar with me, I'm a traditional artist. I work primarily in like watercolors and stuff. And other similar wet media. Here's something I did fairly recently, in case you're curious. It's some hamsters. Historians would say that they're very good friends. But we know. Anyways. They are in love. But yeah, that's the kind of, I don't know. If you like whimsy and gaiety, this might be a good place for you to hang out. Likewise, this was an 18th century breakfast. Very historically inaccurate in every way, shape, or form, especially the crop top being worn by the man on the left. Anywho, this is our friend Struble, who just very kindly rated, and is a lovely, oh, hello, has done some little snack-related works for their supporters. And I love the little down with this one. I love the two very different moods of these two snakes as well. They are so stinky cute. Anyways, if you are an enjoyer of whimsy, I think you would be an enjoyer of the works of the lovely Struble, because they are just so good. They are just so good. And also, if you like capybaras, and who doesn't love a capybara? Here's the oh, I love this. Oh my god, how did I miss this one? Oh, it's a time lapse. Oh, he's so cute. And I mean, canonically, like in real life, capybaras do enjoy a good bath. But I love the idea of a capybara in the bath with some candles. Ooh, I wonder if they've got like some soothing fragrances going on. That'd be really nice. Maybe some, like, I don't know, eucalyptus and cardamom and a little bit of pomegranate. I don't know, just something nice. I think that is so stinky cute. Anyways, my lovely Patreons get these. And also, yes, if you would like to support Struble on their Patreon, that is something you can do as well, wholeheartedly. Encourage folks to do so. Let's support our art friends, shall we? We love to see it. Thank you so much for sharing. I love your Cappies especially so much. They are so cute. And I want to befriend them all. Let me get another shout out for the lovely Struble. I always have to stop and count and make sure that I'm putting the right number of O's in the username, because I don't want to accidentally screw it up and have it not actually point to you. because we want people to go follow you because you're great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for the raid. I really do appreciate it. And welcome to everyone who is coming on the raid. And I hope that y'all like birds also, because that's very much what we're working on today. Am I in a weird headspace at the moment? Yes. I have had, in the last couple of days, I have had a very old hyperfixation come back to me. Unexpected, but not unwelcome, but it's also kind of preoccupied my every thought for the last 2 days. So that's fun. So trying to, like, mildly force myself out of that to think about something other than the thing that I want to think about every second is really hard, because sometimes attention deficit also swings into the direction of attention overabundance, but you cannot direct that attention the way you please. The attention directs itself, and the attention says, remember those, like, early 20th century humorous novels you read 25 years ago? Yeah, you are going to be re-obsessed with them. Congratulations. So that's where I am right now. I just want to go reread all of P.G. Wodehouse. Can you believe, to learn? The world-class hooker says, well, let's see. I do like birds. I have 43 birds. That is such a good number of birds. I love that for you. Amazing. Wonderful. Beautiful. Delightful. Just splendid. That's so cool. I have 6 birds. And here they are. Oh, Pale Peaches. OMG, PG Woodhouse is one of my faves. Ah, me too. Me too. Oh my goodness. Well, prepare thyself, because I'm pretty sure that next week I am going to be forced by my own brain to do some sincere Woodhouse fan art on stream. Because I just can't stop thinking about them. Anyways. I just cannot like something adorable about, says Strooples. It's very difficult to do. I struggled. Like, what even is a normal amount to like something? I don't know. I just don't know. When I first discovered the special interest of historical dress and just threw myself wholeheartedly as one of my earliest sewing projects of anything at all into reconstructing what a Flemish, a Flemish greengrocer might have worn in the 16th century. Here I am with my, my shift, my underdress, my overdress, my decorative sleeves, an apron, some sort of, like, linen headdress, and just a big basket of fruit, entirely sewn by hand out of the most period materials that I could find at Fabricland, which was not easy. And I've gotten back into that in the last couple of years as well. So that boomeranged hard, but that's also stuck around for, like, the last, I would say, 3 or 4 years now. And I am making myself an 18th century shirt, which is very normal of me. Anyways, Pip Pip says Pale Peach. Pip Pip indeed. Pip Pip indeed, Pale Peach. Thank you. I feel so seen right now, y'all. Anyways, one of my other perennial interests is birds. But not in the like the useful way that some people have of just, like, learning as many facts as possible about birds. I wish I had that kind of collectible relationship to my interest in birds, but I truly do not. I just think they're neat, and I like looking at them, and occasionally by sort of osmosis I will absorb some knowledge about them, but it isn't necessarily intentional, because mostly I just like to, I see them and I just get all happy. They just make brain go. I'm very grateful to live in a neighborhood now. I live, for anyone who doesn't know, I live in the county of Oxfordshire, which is a not shore based county, so I don't really have any seashores that I can easily go visit, which means it's not like I can just go see shorebirds all the while, but I am very blessed to live in a quite sort of wildernessy, wooded kind of area that does have a lot of birds in it in general. So I'm very blessed in that way. I saw, for instance, yesterday, I saw so many jackdaws on my walks. When I was out a couple weeks ago, I wasn't out really at all last week because I was under the weather. But when I was out a couple weeks ago, I saw a pair of coal tits in the tree outside my house. I saw a group of sparrows. I saw a goldcrest outside the supermarket once. I see magpies and pigeons everywhere I go, the occasional gull, pied wagtails galore. I love wagtails so much. And every time I see a bird, I just feel a little bit better about the world. And every time I go for a walk and I hear all of the birds sort of chattering to each other and having conversations, I'm just like, oh, this is the biggest upside to living where I do. It's so nice. Maker Plays, welcome in. How are you doing? Hello, hello, and welcome. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And it's very, very good to see you indeed. Welcome in. I'm going to see if I can just amend my color here for the tail feathers, which are a little bit darker than the others. So I'd like to get a little bit more depth into that. As I did mention earlier, I am not by any means a scientific illustrator. So let's expect that level of accuracy or skill in my plumage, but I do try my best. Oh, Maker Place, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome. Pale Peach says, definitely a happy, cheerful sound. It really is, isn't it? It's just joyous. I love it so much. Maybe just a little. Just like that. Okay, good. I think we've done for that texture of that color anyways, of the Caspian plover. But I need to get a little bit of texture into the sort of, I've been calling this the cravat of the Caspian plover. I can bring up actually a link. I can attempt to show on stream what this bird do look like if you are curious as to what the actual bird looks like, and you might be. I can pop that onto here so you can see. This is an actual Caspian plover. Aren't they pretty-ish? I think they're very, very cute. I mean, obviously, I think all of these birds are cute. Definitely no avian bias here. All birds are cute birds. All birds are cute birds. How about that? Anyways, but plovers happen to be some of my faves. I love a shorebird. Anyways. These are the ones that were, the piping plovers are the ones that were about most prominently when and where I was, when and where I kind of grew up and where I'm from in, the southern Ontario, sort of Lake Ontario kind of area of Canada. We had piping plovers on our lake shores. And they're fairly shy little creatures, but sometimes you would see them flittering about, and it's just, oh, so nice. So nice. I didn't see any when I was visiting I didn't see any when I was visiting last. Though I did see a number of sanderlings, and that was nice as well. I do love a sanderling as well. So that was good. Maybe I should paint some sanderlings at some point. I've got so many birds I need to paint. I need to paint some jackdaws. I need to paint the birds I've seen in my neighborhood recently. The jackdaws, the coal tits, the gold crest, which is the smallest bird in the UK, I'll have you know. Because I think it's interesting and I think you might like to know it. And if you didn't want to know that, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy that knowledge anyways. But World Class Hooker says, these are my babies. Oh my goodness, who are these? Oh, we've got some adorable little emu situations from the looks of it here. Very cute indeed. Very, very cute. Very much less local to anywhere that I'm from, but they're very cute. Oh, I love them. But I did try and get a global array of plovers here, because we've got our Lake Ontario babies, our Central Asian babies, we've got our sort of European-ish babies, we've got our South American babies, we've got our New Zealand babies, and our Pacific babies. All very good. Rocksteady and Bebop. Oh my goodness, the world-class hooker. Those names. That is a deep cut. And I love it. Oh my goodness. I love that so much. Hey, Elif, how's it going? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in on the late raid. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are having a beautiful Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well this Thursday. How are you, beautiful people? I hope you are well. Struble says, okay, I need to make foods. Oh my goodness, by all means. Go, if all of your post-stream stuff, you gotta go do that. You go do that. Go get yourself something to eat. I will be doing that as soon as I finish stream as well. I've got a stir fry I need to make. I'm very excited. I have some beautiful cabbage. I've got some peppers. I've got some snap peas and some courgettes. And I have some corn. It's not chicken, but it pretends it is, but we all know it isn't, and we're fine with that. And then just simple, like, ginger garlic tamari kind of sauce situation, I'm gonna guess. Because I think that's probably my vibe for today. Though, there is this, like, seaweed paste that's a seasoning, that's like a Japanese seasoning that I've wanted to try for a really long time because the packaging is super cute. Which is probably not a good reason to try things, but I think it would be really good added to, like, sauces and stuff. It's usually, like, just a topping for rice, but I feel like just as a seasoning, it's, like, seasoned seaweed that's, like, a paste. That's gonna taste so good in so many things. Like, yes, please. Anyways, Sen says, next time I make it to the UK, I really want to try corn. I wholeheartedly endorse, hashtag not sponsored, but I wholeheartedly endorse corn as like a brand of fake meat that I think is quite good. We get the corn Swedish meatballs for like meatball dinners from time to time, I will use them for both Swedish meatball type dinners, like with, you know, mashed potatoes and lingonberry sauce and gravy and, you know, the good Swedish pickles that I get from the Swedish shop. And also like Italian pasta meatball with like spaghetti sauce and pasta and that kind of thing. Both delicious. The like ground, I think the corn chicken is better than other non-chicken type chickens I found. Does it taste exactly like chicken? No. Does it have the exact same texture as chicken? No. Does it work as a fairly good stand-in that I think also tastes really good? Yeah. There was a chicken, non-chicken, like chicken substitute that I had though. I think was the This Isn't Chicken, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can get where this is kind of chicken adjacent, but what it tasted like to me was my memory of like tough overcooked chicken, which isn't a good comparison. I'm like, it's great that it tastes like chicken, but it tastes like chicken that isn't very good. So also the corn mince is really, really good for things I find like chilies, pasta sauces, Okinawan style taco rice. All those kinds of things works really well. Oh my god, I haven't had taco rice in forever. I should make taco rice soon. If you've never had Japanese style taco rice, specifically like the Okinawan taco rice, it's so good, y'all. It's very simple. But you can kind of put whatever toppings you want on top of it. You know, it's like taco seasoned mince on a bed of Japanese style rice with like lettuce and cheese, and I'll usually add like some tomato and other gubbins. It's really good. Mince on toast? Oh, I haven't had mince on toast since I stopped being able to eat wheat. But mince on toast is lovely as well. Anyways, sorry, I think I might be hungry. Never mind. Moving on. I need to make an appropriate sort of reddish orangish brown hue for our Caspian plover's little cravat to give it a nice sort of fluffy plumagey texture. So let me pull up some of this very vibrant, very saturated red. This lovely warm
orange. I think it's chromium orange, if I remember. Well, chromium orange hue, because it's not genuine chromium orange, which I think is potentially toxic, so they don't sell it anymore. So they make a paint that looks almost but not quite exactly like chromium orange, but in a way that won't harm you, which I always appreciate. Pale Peach says, you think like I do. I feel super comfy here. Thank you. I'm so glad that you feel comfy. That is a huge compliment, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But yes, okay, let me have a look. This is very soft, floofy looking plumage here. So I'm going to try and really get some fluffiness to this little cravat, if I can. Maybe get some little fluffs just kind of around the edges as well. Doesn't need to be sitting perfectly flat. And the areas of the feathers can kind of fade into each other, because that's how they do in real life. Once again, this is not a scientific illustration, but this is, you know, I'm trying to capture the vibe as best as I can. What a distinguished bird this is. I love them quite a lot, actually. I think they're quite cute. But yes. I hope everyone's had a good week so far. Truly, I do. I don't really remember what I got up to this week. I think basically this week has kind of been catching up on last week, because last week I wasn't feeling very well at all, and I wasn't really able to do that much. I wasn't able to stream. I wasn't really able to get much work done. So I kind of feel like this week I'm just kind of like, oh, I've got gumption again. I've got a little bit of energy. I need to capitalize on this as best as I can. So I'm kind of just, I'm feeling unusually Genki at the moment. I'm just like, all right, let's go for it, you know. I like this. This feels good. I wish I was unusually Genki more often. It's great. Anyways, hey Tals, how's it going? Welcome on in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you, and welcome. Trying to make this shadowy, sort of slightly shaded in bit on the underside of the tummy and towards the butt a little bit fluffy, because I'm noticing at least this one plover that I'm looking at as an example of how to color in this plumage is definitely a little bit fluffy. Genki des, says Samantha. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's a better English word for it? Anyways. How are our plovers doing, asks Tells. I think, you know, despite the fact that they all come from very, very different environments, I think they all feel pretty comfortable here, which is great. And they're having a nice time together. They all seem to get along well. I'm very happy about that. But how are you? I hope you are well as well. I'm going to take another sip of my pineapple and turmeric tea, which remains a lovely combination of fruity and a little bit of earthiness from that turmeric, which is delightful. Also sipping my mint tea because, my god, I've been talking a lot and your girl needs to hydrate, damn it. Whoops. Anywho, and just trying to keep an eye on my little reference here to see how I'm doing in terms of getting the colors right on things. Talsa's doing okay, but also looking forward to the weekend. Oh, that's a mood. I don't actually know what I'm doing this weekend. Possibly some stuff, possibly not a lot of stuff. I don't know. Probably going to try working on some things if I am able to do so, if I have the time and the inclination to do so. I'd love to get some work done on some projects and all that. Always nice. But other than that, not sure what's happening this weekend. Hopefully get to spend a little bit of time chilling. There we go. Okay. There's just a little cast of slightly more shadowy looking feathers just under the cravat I noticed, so I decided to try and add that in. Who's next? The common ringed plover. So let me see if I can conjure up a reference for them. Oh, I can, and they're really cute. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Hold up. Y'all.
Y'all get a load of this absolute friend. Oh my goodness gracious.
Prepare thyself. Because they're just really cute. I think the common ringed plover, uncommonly cute amongst creatures, if I do say so myself. So stinking precious. For anyone who's new here, by the way, this isn't like permanently a bird stream. This is by no means like my one content niche. I just happen to really like birds, so sometimes I paint them, but I also do paint other things in great abundance, like, you know, cryptids. I as much as I like actual creatures that exist in the real world that you know are regularly cited, I also like things that we're not sure whether or not they exist, like the Fresno Nightcrawler and Mothman, and also vampires, werewolves, just forg mages, little human people who like to go on adventures. I don't know. I think the through line of all of my artwork is that it's all pretty queer. Even just I did actually do a number of bird paintings a couple Pride months ago where I was just like, I want to paint some birds, but it's Pride month. So what if I just amended the plumage of these two magpies so that they were the, like, arrow and ace pride flags, but also magpies. And so I just painted some little arrow ace magpies, and I loved those magpies. I thought they were real stinking cute. Sammy is a Bourbon Hollow Knight streamer, says Samantha. Hilariously, I'm not even playing Hollow Knight this week. I'm still playing Daddish 3. Oh yeah, if you like video games that are difficult pixely platformers where you get to play as a vegetable rescuing their children, oh little boy, do I have a stream for you tomorrow, because I'll be playing Daddish, in which you play a dad who is a radish. And we will be platforming our way through various areas where we have to try not to fall on spikes and other such joys. I'm very excited about it, because it's a really fun game. Truly it is. I've tried to make this a little bit grayer because it's a little bit less of a brown than this one. It's a bit more of a gray. So I'm adding some more of this Mars Black to my little black-brown mix. And I'm just watering it way down. Way, way, way down. Because we do want it to be fairly subtle. It doesn't want to be too dark. And watercolor is an additive medium. So if we end up making this too faint, we can always add in some more shade later on. But in the meantime, I'm going to just start shading in some little plumage-shaped doots. It's very soft, fine plumage up on top of the head. Really very floofy and comfy to keep them nice and warm there. Keep their little bones warm in the cold winds coming in off the sea. Anyways, I am also sometimes a Hollow Knight artist, by the way. If you're a fan of Hollow Knight, I have some limited edition Blue Raspberry Fight Milk Hollow Knight art prints in my shop. I also have a YouTube channel where I have one YouTube channel where I post VODs of the stream. So that's boring. But I also have a YouTube channel where I make videos and I edit them of things that you've never seen before. Where I talk about, like, history and various other things that grab me by the lapels and say, you gotta make content about this. And I am helpless but to listen to the siren call of these stupid topics that won't let me go until I talk about them. Well, you know, no medical expert has ever confidently told me that I'm not autistic. Anyways, we are about to do a super quick BRB, however, so I will refrain from finishing the common ringed plover until we get back. And do stick around, have a stretch, do all that jazz. I'm just going to be taking a little break. You should take a little break too. Have a stretch, have a hydrate, do all that, and we'll be back very, very shortly. There's a BRB screen in the meantime. Enjoy the BRB song. I shall see you momentarily. A BRB. We're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. Let's see if I can switch switch back to the correct camera. Oh, thank goodness. There's always so the way that my stream screens are arranged here on the streaming software. It goes BRB screen, then thanks for watching screen, then art screen. So the number of times I very nearly click thanks for watching when I'm exiting out of BRB, I may have done that earlier on in stream. I don't remember. Anyways, never mind. It's fine. But we are not about to end. I am still getting some more detailed plumage onto our absolutely adorable little ringed plover. What a friend-shaped little creature, if I do say so myself. And I do. Because I can. Anyways. I'm just starting by getting all of sort of the soft, like, back and back of the neck plumage detailed in as best as I can. I can kind of just so. I do find myself sometimes doing brush strokes in my works that end up being so subtle that I'm like, no one is ever going to see this. What is the purpose of it being there? And the purpose of it being there is kind of like, I feel like it's like putting coffee into a chocolate cake. I'm sure I've said this on stream before. Sometimes you're putting elements into a work that are not necessarily going to be perceived in and of themselves in the final work, but just they have a supporting role in enhancing the whole of it in some way. So they're still of, you know, a manner of import, I would say, but in and of themselves may not necessarily be the most obvious, the most prominent, but their importance is nonetheless, well, for lack of a better word. The world-class hooker, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. Very much appreciated. And I do hope that you're having a lovely Thursday. Truly, I do. Anywho. But yeah, I think next week I might delve back into the exciting world of some, like, vintage people-y type artwork. I think that might be fun. I do paint people sometimes. I like painting little guys into scenarios. I've got these little guys that I like to paint that I will just pop into various different locales that I find quite. I think the last place that I painted them into, I haven't posted that onto socials yet, is a little 2-color limited palette sort of challengey piece that I did and do not have a photo of on this device. Oh, good. So I can't show you. But it was a little, because it's in the other room and I don't want to go all the way there and come all the way back with it. But it was a little 2-color sort of limited palette challengey piece, which I really enjoyed. I'm debating now what I should do as my next set of 2 colors to paint with, because it was so much fun to do. But it was like what was it? Cobalt turquoise and potter's pink. Oh, the VOD is up on my VOD channel. If you go to the VOD and just skip to the end, you can see what the painting looks like when it's done. Hold on. In case you're just, like, wildly curious, and I don't know why you would be, but there it is. Anyways. The VOD channel is just there for, in case anyone, for whatever reason, and I have had a few people ask previously whether or not I had a VOD channel, so I decided to set one up, so that if you do miss a stream, or you miss a bit of a stream, or you just want to see how I did something, you can go back and look. So they exist there as an archive of an extremely unedited archive. So if I ever say or do anything deeply embarrassing, I haven't like edited that out because my memory is a sieve, and what happens on stream, I tend to forget very quickly after it's done, and I don't go rewatch the VODs because I'm way too self-conscious for that. So when I edit for like reposting the VODs to YouTube, I'm just taking out the music because I don't have a license for like the Epidemic tracks on my second YouTube channel because my license fee only covers a single YouTube channel, and I already have the license for my main channel. Therefore, I have to cut out the music. Which makes it take a really long time to make the VODs, but never mind. But yeah, I don't know. Some of them get like weirdly high numbers of views, and I'm like, who is rewatching these? But okay, thank you. But that's probably, again, because I'm a very self-conscious person, so I'm like, why would anyone want to watch these? But apparently some people do, so, I mean, thank you to anyone who has been. That's very kind, and I hope you do enjoy them. And, I mean, if you don't enjoy them and you're just hate watching, you know what? The engagement still counts, so thank you. Just feel free to refrain from actually telling me that that's what you're doing, because then I'll feel sad. Anywho. I'm trying to get some just additional sort of feathery texture into here. I don't know whether or not it's working, but I think it is working kind of, actually. I think that's working for me. Okay. I don't want to overdo it necessarily. But what I think I do want to do is kind of, we have some additionally like darker feathers toward the tip of the tail here, so I'll try and get some of these kinds of textures in there, and then kind of maybe just add a little bit of sort of watered down black toward the very end to kind of fade into kind of a darkened out tail situation. A bit more. Oh, that was way too. Oh no, that was way too much water. Oh no, that's faded it out way too much. Oh, pretzels. Okay, I'm gonna have to add more paint now because that just, I was not mindful of whether or not there was a big water droplet right on the ferrule, and then I just put that onto the paper where I did not intend to. So let me just blot some more of this Mars black onto the tip of the tail to kind of darken it towards the edges. Okay, there we go. That'll do. That works. Many distractions. Thank you very much for the honk. Thank you. Anywho, add more water, add more paint, add more water, add more paint. Says Tals. That is the dance. That is the watercolor dance. In a nutshell, that is absolutely the watercolor dance. It is a dance that I have danced so many times. I know it intimately well. At this point, it is very familiar to me. And also, sometimes just do a little bit of this, just in case there is an imperceptible droplet of water hanging out on the ferrule that is just waiting to glob onto your brush bristles the second you touch paper. Because that, my friend, is a recipe for trouble. And we don't want trouble around these parts, do we? No, we do not. So let me just get once again, a little bit of shade under the belly. That's seeing a little bit less natural light because of the way that the directions of light work. There we go. I think that's all we need to do for the moment for the ringed plover. So I'm going to move on to the crab plover. I don't know if there's a lot we need to do for the crab plover because it's the most black and white of all of the birds, I would say. So let me find some good representative imagery of the crab plover for myself. It is interesting. I did mention earlier the crab plover is the sole member of its scientific family. Its scientific name is Dromus aridola, Ardiola, sorry. Scientific names I am not always very good at pronouncing. But it is the only member of the Dromus genus and the only member of the Dromididae family, which I find fascinating and super cool, and also excuse me. And also the fact that it is referred to as a plover despite not being of the same family of the other plovers whose scientific name is... Their scientific family is Charadrius. I'm assuming that the CH is pronounced with a hard sound, though I could be wrong. It could be Charadrius. I don't know. But the piping plover in particular is the Charadrius melodus, which is absolutely adorable. The red panda of crabs, says Many Distractions. Yes! I should draw a red panda at some point. They're stinking cute. And also similarly interestingly named. Aw, I love red pandas. They're so cute. Oh my god, Many Distractions has shared a little, a very sweet little Twitch about that is a red panda and like a black and white panda having a little hug. Oh, it's so cute. That is adorable. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's really cute. Thank you, Many Distractions. I hear sounds at the door. I need to go investigate, friends. I do believe my moderator/spouse might be home. Yay! Back in a second, everyone. I have to go say hello to my person. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? Did you have an alright day at work? I'm glad you're home. Being very brave about it. I might just be a bit, and then let's take a break for a week and then come back. And it really hurts. I'm being very brave about it. I love you. I'm glad you're home. Ah, piss pots. No. Don't love that for you, but I'm glad you're home. Can I kiss? Can I have a hug? Okay. Love you. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I had to disappear for a minute there. I had to go be extremely mushy and in love. Anyways. Oh no, now I'm all flustered. Okay, the crab plover. The crab plover, who is an incredibly fun looking bird, and just generally a very fun bird. Which, here, let me show you an example picture of an crab plover, in case you are curious. I feel like they do differ slightly in appearance, from the family of plovers, but like, we love them. Look at this friend. They're so cute. I think their plumage is really beautiful and striking. They are found around the Pacific, and they are called the crab plover because they like to snack on little crabs, which, love that for them. We are not huge crab enjoyers in this house, but I'm happy for them. I do like a crab stick situation, like the imitation crab that they put in like sushi and stuff. But I am not a preparator of crab, in general. Okay, I'm turning this on its side because I have to do the little stripes of plumage that sit atop the head. Sen says gorgeous. I know, isn't it a lovely bird? It's such a lovely bird. I think they are just the most delightful looking bird creatures. They're very fun, and they've got just these incredibly long leggies. It's very cute. I think I'm actually gonna not add too much plumage to the top of the head, because some of them are much more black and white, and some of them have a bit more of a slight gray variation. I don't know if that's related to like how old they are or possibly what time of year it is, but I'm actually gonna, I think if I can, that's a little dark, so I might actually just lift that off a smidge, because I can. I'm not sure how staining this pigment is, but sometimes if you take pigment that you just painted down and you just get it real wet and then you blot, you can lighten it up quite a bit. And now there's just a little bit of a shadow up there, which I think is what I want. So that's really good. I am going to add a little bit of dimension into this, this little sort of grayish patch on the wing, if I can. Just a little bit of, but not too much texture, just a teeny tiny bit of texture. Just a little bit of sort of suggestion of these are some feathers. But nothing too excessive, nothing too dramatic. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do there. Very, very simple. Then I am again going to just shade in with as little of this kind of gray paint as I can. There's like nothing on my brush. This is going to do nothing. Just get a little bit on the underside of the chin here, I think. And then that may well dry down to not looking like anything. At this point, I honestly don't know. And then I also would like to just again get a little bit of slightly fluffy shaded texture into the sort of undercarriagey area, especially towards sort of the butt and tail feathers from the looks of it. Just like that. So freaking subtle. Have I done anything this stream? Have I done any painting this stream? It's real hard to tell. Because these are still nowhere near being done, and stream isn't going on for that much longer, and oh no. I think I've once again painted myself into a situation where, I'm gonna have to finish these off stream because I don't have enough time tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna finish at least getting the feathery textures and the shading, and then I might just need to do sort of the line weight and stuff off stream, but that's fine. Anyways, trying not to put too much pressure on myself to like finish things sort of in one stream kind of thing. Because there's no need for that. There's no need whatsoever for that kind of pressure, I think. Like, it's fine. It's fine, and we don't need to finish on stream. When I first started doing art streams, I was very like, aw, geez, I started this thing, I'm gonna have to finish the whole painting in the space of one stream, and now I'm like, nah, we can take, well, there was a painting that we did that took like a cumulative month's worth of streams to complete because it was so detailed, and I was very zoomed in on doing all of those details as meticulously as I could, and it felt really good to do. Sometimes that's nice. This is the shore plover when it's done. So there's a nice bit of sort of mottled texture of feathers and stuff here, which I think would be very fun. Tal says, this situation that you have painted yourself into, is it corner shaped? Sometimes it do be. Sometimes 'tis. Thank you, Tal. Anyways, so this is the shore plover, a very rare bird from the beautiful country of Aotearoa, and one of my faves. They've got quite a bright orange beak, which I really like, and matching eyeliner, which is just so fashionable. You know, they've got their little hat on. They're just very cute little creatures, and I love them very much. Love the eyeliner, says Talis. Right? It's like, it's so It's so cool. I can only, like, aspire to be as cool as the shore plover. Cody is okay. Hello, Cody. Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Cody says, howdy, I love birds. This one is special. Oh, thank you, Cody, and welcome in. As you can tell, I love birds too. I'm going to get some texture into the plumage of the beautiful, the lovely, the adorable shore plover. Cody, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, let me just check on how brown is this shading, because I think it wants to be, again, quite a gray brown, even grayer of a gray brown. So I'm going to add a little bit more Mars Black, water it out a little bit, just for the subtlety that we're looking for. And we've got the little hat on top of the shore plover, which wants a nice sort of mottled texture, so I can get quite textural here. And we want that to be visible on its little cap, which is very cute. Cody says that follow alert was so fun and unexpected. Aw, thank you. That was our friend, the ocean sunfish, who likes to hang out here on stream. In fact, would you like to know a fact about the ocean sunfish? Here we go! Exclamation mark egg in the chat to let you know. Did you know that a sunfish can release up to 300 million eggs when it spawns? That's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of eggs. One of my favorite things besides that about the ocean sunfish, and I know I've talked about this so many times on stream, but I just love it so much. The baby ocean sunfish is like fits in the palm of your hand like that. The adult ocean sunfish is up to 4 meters in length. They're big boys and ladies and non-beanie fishies. And we love them. Anyways, I need to share some additional, I need to gather some more egg facts and maybe just have like a rotating cast of egg facts for you to learn on stream. Would people enjoy more egg facts? I don't know. I like egg facts. My other favorite egg fact, of course, is the kiwi egg, which, compared to the 300 million eggs that the sunfish spawns, the kiwi egg, of course, takes up just an alarming amount of the size of a kiwi bird's body. Like, that's a big egg for not that big of a not that big of a bird. Anyways, Cody says, talk about spray and pray. I'm sure a lot are lost before they grow. Oh, absolutely. Only a percentage of those 300 million go on to become sunfish proper. But they are really hedging their bets there with the number of eggs that they produce to make sure that they have a good little school of babies. This people would enjoy that, says Tals. I think you might be right. I'll have to dig for some more egg facts then. Pale Peach says, I've seen a sunfish in the wild, so to speak, on a whale watching excursion. I was dumbfounded by how large they are. It is I've never seen one in person, but just the mere thought, just trying to like mentally conceive of how big these sunfish are is wild to me. Considering how much smaller I, a person, am compared to a sunfish, do you think sunfish that would think that human people are cute in the way that I think that, like, a plover bird is cute? They are goobers visually, says Cody. Absolute units. Oh, absolute units. And they just seem so chill. They, just sort of, like, want to float. I love them. I think they're great. Absolute delights. Okay, how is this plumage doing its thing here? I've got my little reference up so I can try and do it some justice. Okay, so we've got I'm gonna start by adding in some this shape of texture first of all, and it kind of fades onto the tum-tum a little bit, just a smidge. Thus, it kind of blends in there. So I'll do that. And then it's kind of going in this direction here. So it kind of comes down like this. And then once this dries down, I'll add some secondary texture on top of it because there's a lot going on with the plumage of these birdies. Very, very cute. Anyways, I know that Cats even thinks humans are cute and they are superior. I mean, they ain't wrong. They ain't wrong, Cody. Samantha says a gravid with a kiwi emote is about 80% ink by volume. Genuinely, they're so big. They're so big. I have to imagine that they've got very forgiving cloacas to deal with having to, you know, lay them. That's the word I was looking for. In order to lay those eggies, they must have a very forgiving cloaca. Because I just hear that and I think, oof, ouch. I just think, ow, that doesn't sound pleasant. But, you know, I'm thinking from obviously the human perspective of, well, I mean, I don't have a cloaca at all, but, anyways, this conversation got weird. I'm sorry. Does it ever not get weird here? My moderator / spouse is dope. I haven't even finished my sentence. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, just adding some additional feather shapes on top of this. I might not necessarily outline every single feather because, again, we're not going for scientific accuracy here. We're running on vibes. We're running on vibes. But it goes from kind of like soft, sort of round, scallopy feather shapes to kind of quite pointy ones down here, which is quite interesting. So let me try and get kind of a transitional between the two if I can. There we go. Okay, I think that'll probably, along with some slightly longer but slightly rounded doots sort of towards the top here. Okay, cool. Wizard. Love that. Delightful. Good. It's fine. And a little bit of shading. Obviously, I haven't done any of the dark black bits, but I really do want to get all of the, like, pretty much all of the light colored stuff out of the way first, just to make sure that I've really got it down before I kind of come in with, like, the big guns, the very dark colors, because those are the scariest and the hardest part to do. So, obviously, I'm nervous and putting it off until the very last. Anyways, so that's the shore plover for now, but we will return to them at some point. And the last one I need to do texturally is the pied plover here, who, again, will look nothing like this by the time we're done. The pied plover, if you are not familiar, let me once again pop on a nice representative photo if I can. Please enjoy the photo that you are about to see. Please enjoy. Hi, little buddy. How cute is this bird? I love them so much. They're just that they've got these like big cartoon eyes. Like, they are so cute. What a prestigious gentleman, says Cody. I know, right? So distinguished, so elegant, and yet so adorable. All at once. How do you do it, sir? How do you do it? What's your secret? I would love to know. So much leg. Very, very leggy. Very leggy bird. But, you know, being a leggy bird is definitely, I think, an advantage when you are having to wade through shores where perhaps, you know, a bit of tide comes in sometimes and your feet gonna get wet and you're trying to dig into the sand to find little buggies and other such little tiny little creatures to snack on. What's this magical thing called again? That was a pied plover. I will pop the name of it into the chat. This bird is found largely in South America, especially in the like northern areas of South America. So South America. I can't just say South America because that doesn't mean anything. But the northern areas of South America is where the pied plover tends to hang out. And what looks like a dapper little cap or haircut, says Sammy. And yes, absolutely. I love their little haircuts, their little hats. So stinking cute. I guess I'm moving to South America, says Cody. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of lovely places to live in South America, so I love that for you. There's a lot of really good food as well. Depending on where it is, I think the climate would be a little bit too sweaty for me. As you can tell by my accent, I live in the United Kingdom. So I am a preferer of the somewhat more temperate climates generally. So the somewhat more rainforesty type climes might be a little bit on the sweaty side for me, but I am an admirer of the birds of the area nonetheless, especially this little guy. There we go. Okay, I have added some texture and a little bit of depth to his little hat, which is so cute. And then so another very different texture here for the colored in feathers, as I can see. We've got nice little sort of fairly softnesses up top. Now this stripe just above it is going to be black when we're done, so if I kind of bleed in to that with this, it's not a big deal because you're not going to see that anyways. I'm trying to pick up a little bit more on my brush. There we go. Anywho, I made a discovery recently that is extremely, extremely dangerous knowledge. And that is, it turns out that there is a brand that's available at my local supermarket that that does a gluten-free Viennese biscuit that is dipped in chocolate, and oh no, y'all, it's really good. And I say, oh no, y'all, that it's really good because compared to like normal biscuits, oh god, it's prohibitively expensive. Just probably as a biscuit is probably for the best, but also makes me feel incredibly sad because I want to eat it. But also I look at it and I go, this packet has 6 biscuits in it and costs £2.90, which, ow. So no, anyways. Yes. Honestly, you didn't sound from the UK except for a few words here and there, says Cody. That's because I lived in Canada for the first 30 years of my life, probably. But I moved here about, coming up on 12 years ago, actually. So yeah, I think my accent's a mess now, basically. My accent is a mess. But yes. Oh, Pale Peach says they thought they were Canadian. Hey, there we go. And I see we've got some Americans in the chat. Tennessee, Kentucky. Nice. I haven't been to either of those states, but I've seen pictures and they look y'all have some nice birds. I know that for sure. Anywho, chocolate sounds lovely. 'Tis. I am a chocolate enjoyer. But yes. Pale Peach says you say about like I do. I'm originally from Oregon. Yay! But my family's Canadian. Yay! Both cool places. Yay! I think there are definitely certain little things that have crept into my speech since I moved to the UK. Like, for instance, I do have a tendency to insert glottal stops into words that I would not have used when I was living back in Canada, and obviously there's certain terminologies that just don't really make an appearance in the Canadian, or certainly my like regional Canadian vernacular traditionally, that I use now to make myself intelligible to my British peers, colleagues, and friends, and loved ones. So, but I do say like water bottle instead of like water bottle. Oh, pretzels! Now, well, now I'm just gonna have to be very Mid-Atlantic for the next 5 minutes. I do apologize to anyone who's not familiar with this. This is the old-timey Mid-Atlantic accent, which you can redeem for 5,000 channel points, and I have to put on a funny voice for the next 5 minutes. Oh, beans. Anywho, now let me just continue shading in the wonderful plumage of this majestic, adorable, lovely creature of a bird. Truly, really and truly, I am awfully fond of them. I do think that they're really neat. Very good. And there it is. That is the beginnings of the pied plover. Anywho. Right, now, oh, Pale Peach says, love living there. I grew up on the coast instead of Portland, but oh, that sounds wonderful. Now that's a coast that I never really got to investigate very much of when I lived in the North America of America was that segment of the West Coast. I did spend some time in California in sort of the Los Angeles area, though not enough to pick up a lilt, I dare say, but enough to be frustrated by the absolutely abysmal public transit infrastructure and horrible amounts of traffic, but never mind. That's one of the troubles of living in a country that's as big of a landmass as Canada was, is that it's quite difficult actually just exploring one's own country without having to travel great distances at incredible expense, and I did find that genuinely quite a bit of a humdinger of a situation for quite a long time, is that there were so many parts of the country that I just had no real excuse to visit, but I would have loved to, just, for fun, to like look around and stuff, and never really got to do, because I'd be like, oh, goodness gracious, well, that's $1 million of $1 million of the money that I don't have very much of at the moment, because I'm a university student or whatever, and so I just wouldn't do it. I think in terms of going further west than where I'm from in Canada, which is sort of the Ontario area, is the one time that I went to Edmonton to speak at an academic conference, and the only reason that I got to do that was that it was paid for by the university. That was a good time, by the way. Edmonton was lovely. Anywho, oh goodness, we're talking there's tide pools in the chat now. Oh, how wonderful. Oh, I do miss shoreline, though. I grew up in an area that didn't have an awful lot of shoreline, and then I've moved to an area that doesn't have an awful lot of shoreline, and yes, it is nominally it is a little bit easier to get to the coast from where I am now in the England versus where I did in the Canada, but I also have, grown up responsibilities, and I can't just run around and do stuff as much as I used to. Much to my great annoyance sometimes, but never mind. Ontario area, says Cody. Yes, exactly, Cody. Wonderful. Anywho, Cody says, our public transit in America is tragic. I want trains everywhere. I love trains. I truly do. I think they are wonderful. I think we're very, very grateful to have the rail system that we do here in the United Kingdom, though I will say it is sometimes a bit of a mess. When something goes wrong, oh boy, does it ever go wrong. I had a delayed train that was just a horrible experience a few weeks ago, where there was an issue of trespassers on the tracks, and so our train was delayed at a station, and instead of the train was so delayed that they decided to cancel the service at that stop. We all had to get off of that train and get onto another train, which was already full of people and very, very busy. And then a third train's worth of people were told to get onto that train from from somewhere else, and oh, it was just a horrible mess, but because of the way that our schedule shook out, we were only 50 minutes late to our destination, which meant that they only had to refund me £19 and 20p. Which was not enough of a refund for the amount of stress I was under, let me tell you. Anywho, it was just a nightmare. But, that being said, I'm still incredibly grateful that we have a rail network at all. Because, my goodness, the trains back in where I'm from in Canada, well, they exist. But they're not exactly frequent. But there's certainly a lot of improvement that could be done to the rail system here in the United Kingdom. And for one thing, it is the fact that it is variably quite expensive to get from one place to another, especially if you're like having to buy a ticket at the last minute. It's not always clear, like, whether or not you could conceivably get a cheaper ticket from one place to another. There's this whole system where, like, you know, if you're traveling, let's say you're traveling from Oxford to, let's say Bristol. You're going from Oxford to Bristol, right? So you get a train from Oxford, you change trains at Didcot Parkway and go to Bristol via Swindon. But your tickets are actually one ticket from Oxford to Swindon and then another ticket from Swindon to Bristol because it was cheaper than getting just a single Oxford to Bristol ticket. Why? Why is it cheaper? Why is one of these options cheaper than the other? It's the same journey. It should make no difference. It should be the same cheaper price as far as I'm concerned. It just feels like they're finding these weird little subtle ways to just, like, I don't know, fleece you out of your money. And for what? They're not making good use of it considering how expensive train fares are and how much of a mess a lot of, like, rail stuff is. I could rant about that a lot more, but I feel like I probably shouldn't. Because we'll be here all night, and I do have to make a stir fry. But yeah, in the UK, you are never that far from a shoreline, says Samantha. Yeah, but sometimes you have to. But if you have to get the stinky cross-country train that's always too busy, and the way that this model of train is set up, you can really smell the chemical ooze, and it's not pleasant. Anyways, Pale Peaches, sadly, I've only ever visited Victoria in Canada. I recommend lots of Canada. It's real pretty. But, yeah, I would like if our rail system was never privatized, says Samantha. There is an alternate universe out there somewhere where the rail service is, like, just national and they run it good. But anyways, Samantha says, if I wanted to visit Oxford, it would be both quicker and somehow cheaper for me to take a plane than a train. Yeah, same. I mean, no, well, not for me to go to Oxford, but if I were to want to go to, like, certain parts of, like, if I wanted to go to someplace like, say, Newcastle in the north of England, or if I wanted to go anywhere in Scotland, it's gonna work out as being less expensive and a shorter journey if I fly than if I take the train, which is very annoying. Because I'd rather take a train, realistically, but my god, when it gets into it's like, okay, this takes 6 hours and costs 3 figures, are you kidding me? No! That should not be that expensive. It should, I'm seeing ads for like, hey, taking the train is good for the environment. Take trains more. And I'm like, I'd love to take trains more, but they're prohibitively expensive. The money is going to line the pockets of private interests, says Samantha. And Sammy, really, what could be more important than that, according to our government? Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna get gumpy if I keep talking about this line of conversation. And I don't want to get gumpy on stream today because I'm generally in good spirits and I'd like to stay that way, even though I wholeheartedly agree. So I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I'm sorry we didn't finish our birds, but I'm trying to be very careful and deliberate about these paintings because I want them to turn out good. So I will probably do a little bit of work on them tomorrow, as well as there's some work that I need to do for Patreon and a little bit of work for a secret project that I cannot talk about yet that I'd like to work on tomorrow and over the weekend. So we'll probably finish this one first and then get to work on those other things. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you again to Struble for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome in to anyone who is new today, and thank you for sticking around to anyone who is not new. I'm gonna see if there's anyone that we can do a little raid on today. It's been Yeah, it's been it's been a nice time. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
It's been.
I most certainly have
been a
done.
nice time.
I hope you've enjoyed your. And let me see. Who is on? Is there anyone that we know who's online that we can do a little raid of? And oh, wouldn't you know it? There are people online that we can do a little raid of. Shall we raid an art stream? Let's raid. I haven't raided Kirsty in a little while, and we love Kirsty in this chat, so I'm gonna raid Kirsty, because I think the last number of times that I've streamed, Kirsty has not started until after I finished, and we love Kirsty here, so doing some creature design, some sketches, some artwork. Oh goodness gracious, that all sounds really exciting. So let's go say hi, if we can, to the lovely Kirsty. If it will load, that would be amazing. Oh, Samantha says Sammy Kelch is online. Oh yeah, let's give them a raid. Great idea. Anyways, let's go say hi to Kirsty. Where is my bird? Now, obviously, this is a different bird than the bird we've been painting today, but it's the bird emote that I have, so I'm popping the kiwi emote into the generic raid message. Once again, if you are subbed, feel free to grab the emotes with the generic raid message. If you're not subbed, you can just say generic raid message, or append any cool emotes that you do have. It's all good. I will be back tomorrow morning playing some silly, cozy video game stuff, having a nice time. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful evening. It's been so fun hanging out with you. Have a lovely time with Kirsty if you decide to join in on the raid. And regardless, thank you so much for watching and hanging out and all that. And I hope you have a good one. Good night and good luck.